Deep inside Yale University's Benek Rare Book and Manuscript Library lies the only copy of a 240-page tome. Recently carbon dated to around 1420, its vellum pages features looping handwriting and hand-drawn images with imaginary plants, floating castles, astrology diagrams, zodiac rings, and suns and moons with faces, and it seems to it seems to be stolen from a dream. This 24 into 16 centimeter book is called the Voynich manuscript, and it's one of the history's biggest unsolved mysteries. What's so unsolvable about that? So why is it a mystery? Well, because no one can figure out what it says. The name comes from Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish bookseller who came across the document at a Jesuit college in Italy in 1912. He was puzzled. Who wrote it? Where was it made? And what do these vibrant images and vivid writings mean? So he purchased it and brought it back to the US, where experts have continued to puzzle over it, just like him. And because nobody has ever seen that kind of handwriting before. Cryptology says the writing has all the characteristics of a proper language, just that no one's ever used that or spoken it in a century. And so, what makes it seem real is that in actual languages, letters and groups of letters appear with consistent frequencies, and the language in the Voynich script has the same patterns you wouldn't find from a random letter generator. Other than that, we know a little more than what we see. We see a constant height and a variety in style. Some are borrowed from other scripts, and some are unique. And there are three theories about the manuscript's text. The first one is that it's a cipher, which means no one can decipher it. The second one is that it's a hoax, probably to fool a gullible buyer. Some speculate the author is a con man, some speculate it's Voynich himself. And the third theory is that the manuscript is written in an actual language but in an unknown script. Perhaps medieval scholars were attempting to create a language that was spoken but not yet written. Well, in that case, the Voynich manuscript might be like the Rongorongo script invented in East Ireland, now completely unreadable after the culture had collapsed. Though no one can read the Voynich manuscript, that doesn't stop people from guessing to what it might say. Those who believe the manuscript was an attempt to create a new form of language speculate that it might be an encyclopedia containing the knowledge of a culture that protected it. Others believe it was a 13th century philosopher named Roger Bacon who attempted to unveil the universal laws of grammar, or in the 16th century by the Elizabethan mystic John Dee who practiced alchemy. So, what can it be? Or whether maybe it's a bunch of nonsense or a dream journal of a 15th century illustrator? If we can crack the code, what will we find? Will we find things like that, or will we just find the lost knowledge of a forgotten culture? So, what do you think it is, and who wrote it?